Welcome anybody that's coming in. I'll wait a bit for people to come in. Alright. Let's take the batteries out of here because I know someone's gonna do it. Hey Jolt, what's going on? Just streaming. Think you know what's gonna happen. How you doing tonight, Joel? Oh yeah. I'm trying to make it so it's listenable to me, but not to stream, which I don't think is gonna happen. So I think I'm just gonna turn it off. I was trying to have background noise, but then I realized it's copyright. Doing it right? That's good to hear. Alright, so we'll turn our attention away from these for a second. I'll strip this for parts because I want to get this done. I might be using the rail from this. Might not. I mean, you could say that. Alright, I'm tired. Aren't we all? I mean, you can have the plunger tube if you want. I don't care. Hey guys, everyone joining in. Just stripping this blaster for parts right now. So nothing too exciting, but the excitement will start soon as I plan another integration to procrastinate forever on. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm pretty good, just thrifted a Modulus. I finally found a goddamn Modulus. Preston, it's going to be a Centurion and Modulus integration. By yours truly, Jolt King presented this integration idea. And I'm going to be doing it differently than he's going to be doing it. You're going to finish before me knowing you. Yeah, I could be. I could. I could also take a year on it, so. The main goal is to have a full auto Modulus, maybe powered by a solenoid. And we'll go from there. Jolt, did you want the front barrel? I don't know if you'd want the dart thing, so I'll just let that sit on the side until you answer. This thing is so dirty. Sure. All right, I'll throw it in. I'll leave the O-ring on there because knowing you, you'd find some weird use for it. Does the plunger tube hold a mega dart pretty well, or is it just the fact that you just want a Maverick style plunger tube? Keep finding those strike fires, passing them on this point. Well, I got this free with the Modulus I just thrifted, so I didn't say no. I don't pick these up ever. Even if they're like 99 cents, I won't pick them up unless I find them at like an outlet or something, because they're not really worth it to me. The reverse rail is nice, but I always can just strip a crappy attachment for that, and I have plenty of those anyway. The plunger neck material. Oh, okay. Sweet. I tried one of those a while ago. I kind of wanted to do it again, but also use more of the Centurion by wrapping onto around the modulus. Yeah. Jolt already wrapped it around, and I've seen multiple pictures online of people wrapping the Centurion around the modulus, and I have some ideas on doing that and how to approach it. So we're going to be learning together, because I prefer streaming the lining up of shells and the beginning cuts, because a lot of people can give me suggestions that I don't see in the first place. I love suggestions. The thing I keep finding is an Apollo lately, though. Thrifted in 3 and 2 weeks. I keep finding Apollos too, but they're really expensive. The only Apollo I've gotten is from a Goodwill outlet, surprisingly. And I'm selling that on Facebook Marketplace in a big lot, I guess. I've got two. Kind of want to collect every color strike fire for the shitpost. Yeah. You're gonna use the funny gopher teeth. Oh yeah. The gopher teeth are gonna be used. They're all $2 each. That's not bad. Trust me, for the fucking Centurion ribs. Yeah. That's the first thing I thought of when he sent me those were like, this is gonna be useful in a Centurion because the Centurion is garbage. Did you want the trigger, Jolt? Surprisingly, I found more Maverick/Recons than Strikefires at thrift stores. Also, Utah sucks for thrifting Nerf blasters. I've heard that, and it's really unfortunate. I found a lot of Mavericks recently, and there's been a dry spout of Mavericks as of lately. In my area, at least. It's been a lot of rival stuff, honestly, and some crappier stuff. I will. Okay, then I will send all of this your way at some point. And I'll just be sorting these things out. And the trash holder, what can I say? I mean, you and Gopher have something in common. So, catch spring materials, pins, smaller screws. Oh yeah, no problem, man. I need to sell a lot of my unused stuff too. Yeah, I kind of have to because the space that I have down here is not very high, and I'm okay with that because I don't want every Nerf blaster in the world. I got a Hades that just gets in the way. I've wanted a Hades for a while because I've played with one and they're pretty fun, but I just don't know what I'd do with one, especially modifying it, because I'd want it to be stock, but also like modified at least, because the grips are very comfortable, in my opinion at least. They're also really hard to ship if I were to buy one online, so I'm kind of hoping I can thrift one at some point. I got 4 rooms as an attic. That's pretty cool. I really only want a Maverick nowadays for a Magfly, although the grips are amazing for integrating into blasters that have sucky grips. As usually, as I'm sure you already know. Yeah, the Maverick handle's like one of the most comfortable grips. You want it to be stock and modified. Yeah, the Magfly, I really want to make a Magfly. I have a collection of Mavericks. I have every single Maverick except for the white Maverick, not the whiteout Maverick. I thrifted a whiteout Maverick. I have every one except for the clear one and the white Maverick, and I know 2 people that have those. I need to buy them off them. Alright, so let's... Well, the Maverick I have here, I'm going to cut this bit off and leave the rest for God knows what. Hey, FaZe. You just should have... Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I need a clear Maverick because I can't find one, and every time I go to order one online, it's usually yellowed, or it's cracked, or overpriced. I've had a white Maverick before. I unfortunately got rid of it a while ago. No problems. I know someone who's willing to get rid of one, and if they don't follow through, I can always just get lucky and thrift one. I'm not out to get them all at the moment, especially with the amount I'm getting paid recently. I passed on Clear Maverick a month ago. Was $5. Yeah, I mean, That's a pretty good thrift, but you thrift what you want to thrift and what you find useful or cool. That's how I see it. And sometimes I pick up things just to give to people. Noted. Oh god. Joel, what are you gonna do to me? Alright, so I can take away this stupid carry handle, because I don't need you, and I have like 4 of these. In the garbage you go. I can keep you, because you're not sun-faded. I've got a spare, it's a bit beat up, but not yellowed or cracked. That's perfectly fine, as I'm going to try and make mag flies out of every single one. Drop test, no. I don't have inner community around here, or I would. Yeah, I don't have... I mean, I'm not in one, but I'm sure there are, like, Rochester ones, so... One of my friends had this absolutely perfect Sonic Maverick, but his mom made him throw it away. That's very unfortunate. I've had 2 of them, so... I gave one to Vile, and I kept one for myself. Gopher gave me 2, I don't need to. Yeah. Gopher's like that, he'll just give you anything. Don't drop test it. So the Modulus actually worked. I revved it in the store. The batteries were really low, but the Modulus worked, but I don't care that it works or not, because I'm not using the original internals. The plan here is to use the Centurion's grip, but try and keep the trigger linkage and all of that good stuff on the Modulus, and hopefully make something equivalent of Hybrid Theory, but covering more of the Modulus than Hybrid Theory did, because Hybrid Theory just ended here. And I want to see if I can cover as much as the Modulus as possible, while also keeping those cool details. Yeah, I'll just do all your... I'll just steal your work, Gopher. Joel, I'll just post all your pictures too, you know. Identity theft is not a joke. Internally, I mean. I need some pictures from you then, from it internally. Oh! Alright. Cool. It's firm. I will keep that. Oh my god. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Alright, Jolt, no problem. I plan on making it a solenoid pusher anyway. If I could afford it. Oh my god, that was funny. Free door, exactly. It's not bad. It's not in bad condition. It's just the back of it's beat up. Someone had a nasty jam, apparently. Oh, God. This thing to start off with. Cut off everything above the stock point in the back until the jam door. Okay. I will keep that in the brain. And it's appreciated, because that's a good place to start, honestly. And don't cut anything pusher related until you know what route you're taking. Yeah, I'm not sure. I also have a turbine pusher, but that's neither here nor there. I also have a rapid strike that I gutted a while ago, so we shall see. gonna see if I can get someone to print me an extended, a different trigger, rev switch, and mag release. If there exist ones on Thingiverse or on Etsy or something. Because the Modulus ones, they're comfortable, it's just they look really goofy, and I don't want to carrot trigger the trigger in this one, I guess. So fair warning, you'll need to be careful with the cage posts. Yeah, I'm not scared to cut into the shell, especially with my history of Strife shots and other weird Strife integrations where you have to cut the cage holder out. I appreciate the warning. Stock Modulus cages. Or stock cages. What a joke. Okay. If you wonder why I save stock wiring, it's because I usually do voltmeters in all my builds, and sometimes you need extra stock wire for that. I'll throw you out. I don't need you. Right. Well, Jill, guess what? Alright, I'm going to take out the rail because I know I'm not going to be using the rail on this one. I will keep it in case I change my mind. God, this thing is so dirty. I might be putting a secret strike on the side of the shells to kind of take away from the flatness of the Centurion and kind of add some character to the blaster. But we shall see. All right. Another Modulus dead. Actually, those are stock point screws. Jolt, do you want the stock cap? Because I think you'd get more use out of it than I would. Mine's gonna be a smooth motherfucker. My version of moving pace unlimited. And there's always that. Sure, alright. Because I know you might want to use that. Like I said, I'll really take anything. Okay. When I gutted the Centurion, I threw away a bunch of the internals because they were all broken. I found out that the Centurion I got was $40 for a reason. Alright, so get the screws out of here. put this in frame. No, they were broken. The gears were sheared. I have no reason to keep broken internals when I don't give a shit about Mega Blasters that are... Well, I care about Mega Blasters, but just... I saved the Plunder Tube, okay? And the Breach. I have it over here. Let me show you how disgusting this thing is. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's covered in dust and dirt. I kept it. I did keep it. Don't worry. Don't soil yourself. It's okay. It's dirty, but I don't care to clean it. Unless I needed it for some reason. Yummy. I mean, I'll just lick the dirt off. God, I haven't even owned this Modulus for like 30 minutes, and I stripped it for all it's worth. CGI. I mean, if I could do CGI that good, I think I'd not be doing this hobby for damn sure. I wouldn't be going into electrical, I'll tell you that. As soon as I got the Centurion, I gutted it. So, yeah, things don't last a long time down here. So. This fucking blaster has so many screws for no reason. So much screws, like in English. I think on this one we're going to favor the Centurion handle because everyone knows that the Modulus handle is, you know, not comfortable at all. Alright. Yeah, this thing is dirty. Jesus Christ. Where can I put you? You fit there. That's my least favorite part about the Centurion. The screws are over and long, super long towards the back. Yeah, this really long screw is just annoying. I understand why it's there, but like, why? Alright, is that all the screws? Nope. Got one sacrificial guy right here. And one here. No more screws. Alright. Now we have two bodies of dead blasters. Alright, so Joel, when you talked about cutting the blaster, I think you're still here. Did you cut to this line or to this line? Let me get a marker here. I just don't know which one you cut to. I cut to the exact top of the stock point. Okay. Cool, cool. And we shall use that as a reference. Jesus. Gonna see if I can get away with removing the grip, because it would be a lot easier if I can just keep this light gray part to cut around, because it's in the exact middle, and it's all I need to make this work. And thankfully the heater stopped, so hopefully you can hear me better. I just don't know if this will off-center things, being that there's no grip under here anymore. I don't think it will, because the grip wasn't really doing as much. As far as where the trigger landed. Yeah, there's space in here for the grip. Pretty sure. Unless Jolt knows. Should I just cut the trigger out, or the grip out, so it's just this that's left, but the bracket still is there? Because I don't know if it's too far down, like this way, because I don't want the trigger to be off. You are going in the bone pile because you are useless to me. I kept the light gray. Okay. You don't need to touch the dark gray. Sweet. Alright, so let's start looking into here. So right there is what I want to do. If you guys catch my drift. I might be able to get away with just cutting this off and setting it down there for starters. I'm trying to keep the modulus trigger for the most part, if I can. If I can't, then I'll just remove this entirely and try and use the Centurions. Because I think the trigger wells are different in size. I wish I had my freaking scale down here, whatever it's called. Yeah, so we're looking at cutting this off and attaching it to the modulus, making it like that, and we're going to try to use the Maverick to essentially make some iron sights with the bit up here, If we can't do that, I'll just blend it to this rail. Working on linkage right now. I'm trying to do the Centurion trigger. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try and use the modulus as trigger because I can make that one work a whole lot easier considering all the pusher material it has left on it. Okay, so I guess we should start cutting the modulus first. Can I use this or no? I don't think I can. Damn it. Alright. It's about to get violent. Everyone cover your ears. God, when you cut the carry handle off of modulus, it just looks 1000% better. What is the Maverick going to be used for? So the Maverick is going to be essentially doing this, because this was a part of the Maverick cut down into the old rail, because I prefer iron sights over a rail that I can't really use. And this thing's going to have a huge rail on it anyway, and I don't want too many rails. So we'll go from there. Hopefully it should work, and if it doesn't, I won't be too heartbroken about it. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is whack this off at around here, and then we'll go from there. Should be cool, Preston. Should be cool. And that's what we're here for. Just making things cool, not reliable. Cool. Getting a straight edge. Actually, I'll get a silver one because the silver one's easier to see. Is this silver or is this different? It's just dead. I don't know. Guess we're using the paint pen. This will just give us a better idea of what we're working with. Could have swore I made this workbench for having so I can have multiple projects on the bench, but this isn't even holding one. Alright, so we'll begin cutting that. It's about to get violent again. I know a Dremel would be easier, but it's late at night, and hacksaws get me straighter cuts. Alright, for the most part, that's where I want it. Now it just looks really funny. Now we're looking for coolness factor. More rails, no. Alright, so... Oh yeah, that trigger might work. And if it doesn't work, then I will scream. So what I plan to do is cover this, and somehow do some magic around here. Make it look cool. So we're going to cut along this line. And we'll go from there. Sorry if this is boring to the people that leave. I know integration cutting isn't the most interesting thing ever. I'm still here, just concentrating. Oh, okay. No worries. Your integration process is so much neater than mine. I just cut, estimate, cut again, and add spare material where it's needed. Hot glue it all and epoxy it together. Need to figure mine out. So what I do is I try and just line shit up as much as possible. Measure 1,000 times and cut 1,000,000,000 times, I like to say. But thinking of in all the dimensions is really helpful. Like the X, Y, Z axis. Needed. Oh, okay. But making sure everything looks nice when all said and done, and how all the pieces will play together. Typically with End Strike blasters and Elite blasters and like the Modulus line, they all kind of collide. And if you try to put a Zombie Strike blaster onto a Elite blaster, it's kind of harder because the designs are so different. But it is possible. Jolt's pretty good at cutting shells too. I think he's pretty more precise than I am when it comes to cutting blaster shells really nicely and neat looking. Because I typically just cut things to get rid of them, not necessarily thinking of everything. I try to minimize epoxy uses because I'm cheap, that's why. It's actually a lot better that you do that because I need to do it too, and it makes it so I can start jumping into DevCon better. That's the one reason I haven't jumped into DevCon, is because my cuts aren't perfect yet. And DevCon isn't really known to build on itself. Alright. And I hate putty. Yeah, putty is it's a process. So Jill, how did you go about cutting the shells, if you have any pictures? Because I know that you posted other kinds of pictures. If you want to, you can just DM them to me. But I want some sort of reference that I can look at. I think I might just cut all the internal garbage around here and go from there. I hate sanding it, I hate applying it, I hate shaping it, I hate the inevitable cracks. Putty will do that to you. It's a process. I have like 3 tubes of epoxy putty at a time, so I don't really integrate much. When I do, projects are on hold for a long time. I don't have much epoxy putty. I mean, I only have 1 tube of Fix It Stick, and it's almost gone because I've been working on a Brittle Star. And speaking of Brittle Star, here's where it's at now. I need to do a lot more shaping, and I need to order DevCon. That's why this project isn't being worked on, because I need DevCon to attach the trigger linkage ports and all that kind of stuff. Alright, Jolt, they're coming out. Gopher's teeth are coming out. And I can't hold on to tools. It appears I have successfully linked the trigger. Awesome! So you're keeping it semi, I guess. That is fucking awesome to hear. I just have to say, Brittle Star is looking amazing as is. Thank you so much. I am trying to get it so it's as perfect as I can get it while still having my sanity left, because I will spend the rest of my life doing that, trying to get it perfect. And I don't want to not make the deadline of End War just because of some creative blockage or whatever. And hopefully Gopher will paint it. I already asked him privately, and he said that he'd be willing to paint it. Just need to figure out what kind of color scheme that we could discuss. If you're wondering, brittle star, I found that name while going to an aquarium in Maryland. It's some kind of aquatic animal, and I just thought the name was really nice. I might draw the animal on the blaster, as it's a really simple thing to draw, as it's a star, basically. Less work for me. Less work for semi-auto. Anyway, yeah. I just like full auto, like a lot. I'm sick of semi. If you want a bigger look on the Raven stock, the Worker Body Kit has a stock piece that makes shouldering better in my opinion. I don't know if it would match the style of it though. So the two problems with that is, I will show you that I actually own that kit on a Raven. If I can get it off the wall. I own that kit, and I agree, it's very, very comfortable, and I need to see if I can just get the stock piece alone, or if someone's willing to buy the front off me. But the other problem with that is, I already attached a Raven stock or a Raider stock onto it, and it'd be a lot of work to take it off. So, as is, it's a really comfortable blaster, and I like the idea that it's all made of Nerf blasters, or I guess blasters instead of 3D printed stuff, because the challenge is to make it without 3D printing. Oh, you're good, Matt. How's it going? Here we go. That thing sucks to put on because I have to wrap the stupid Christmas lights around them. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the Raider stock. I was originally thinking of buying that kit just to take the stock off, but it's a $50 kit, so it might happen in the future with a different build. It's definitely in my mind because that kit is amazing. I love it so much. Good idea to do some minor Christmas shopping. I had to as well. Christmas shopping is really hard nowadays, because I know too many freaking amazing people that I have to shop for. I actually have to get Polaroid film for my boyfriend at some point, because he's into cameras, and he has a Polaroid, so I have to go to Target and get that eventually. God, these things are so amazing to cut with. If only Gopher was here, I'd praise him for giving me these things. Christmas shopping for Jolt is really easy. You just open up a blaster and just pour everything that's in it into a box, and then just send it to him, and he'll make something out of it. Or just take your trash can and just kind of go like that into a box, and then just send it to UPS or something. Other ones near me are super overpriced. I had mine on my Green Raven, then I was stupid and cut up my Raven. I regret doing that, especially since it's my only other Raven at the moment. Now the ones near me are super overpriced. That's unfortunate. I would offer to buy that Raven off you, but I don't know the condition of it. And I don't want to take something away from you like that, so... There are a lot of deals on Mercari if you're able to shop online, and they're pretty decently priced, as the eBay fees aren't terrible. I don't know if you live in America, so I don't know if Mercari exists near you or is available to you. Wait, Joel, am I wrong though? You're just like, just open up your trash and just pour junk out. Because you said it yourself, you like garbage. So... Yeah, Macari is available to me. I just don't use it. I'd recommend it. I was against using it for a while for no reason at all. I just honestly preferred eBay at the time. But the eBay fees are insane, so people want a lot of money for blasters, so they can at least get some kind of kickback. Is Jolt the trash man? I guess so. Yeah, he'll take anything. I don't think he's ever declined anything I've offered him. So... Except for that Hera. Because I just straight up gave it to him. Joel, what's the update status on the Hera? Did you strip it for parts? Guess I should probably start showing what I'm doing on screen, because that's entertaining. I love the Hera, especially since it can fire 8. Yeah. This is... Making art is what I'm seeing. I'm making a mess, that's what I'm doing. There's like Centurion guts everywhere. Although I really appreciate that map. Every time someone says I make art, I don't know. I mean, it is an art form, I guess, but it's just weird to think that I do art. There's so much garbage in a freaking Centurion, dude. No problem. You know how I am, my friend. First it's a mess, but then it's art. I mean, yeah. It's how a lot of things are made. Just colors on a canvas and pieces of Centurion all over the floor. And you end up with a masterpiece. Should have worn my coat because I'm cold. Yeah. I'll survive. It's definitely art. Oh, thank you, man. The most artistic blaster that I'm gonna attempt to make is Brittle Star. I almost forgot its name because of how involved it is. I don't want it to end up looking crappy. And with Iron Gopher painting it, hopefully he'll make it really artsy, and then I can show off both of our capabilities when it comes to events and stuff, because I want to make it as event safe as possible while also still being high performance and usable. Best part is, when I'm done with this side, I have to do the other side. Ugh. Oh, thank you, Jolt, for the pictures of the integration. That's actually a really smart way of linking the triggers. Just using a metal bar like that. Appreciate it, man. You've been to End War, right? I just want to go so freaking bad, but I want to know if it's worth it before I go. If I go. I was at End War last year, and I do plan on going next year. I'll actually be going in full costume. Grim will be there. Instead of me wearing my gear, I'll try and tough it out in a sweatshirt and not sweat to death. But more on that as the date closes for End War and the location starts, because I'll probably have to drive out there. So, and we'll see how financially stable I am by then, and all of that. So I don't think Drake posted anything about where 2023 End War is going to be. I'll be graduated by the time it's starring, so I won't have any problems going with school, because I won't be going to school anymore. Changing the trigger linkage, but it's still using a bar. No problem. So what are you going to use instead of the bar? Or how are you going to change it? Because it looks like it works. I just don't know what you're doing, as per usual. Never know what the Jolt's doing. So it looks like he cut out the nib here. Both you and Jolt are both great content makers that do old school modding, while most would use 3D printer or kits. That is exactly what I'm here for. I'm here to try and bring back the old blood of integrations, try and inspire people to make them, so I can get ideas from those people and make more. Because my end goal of making content is to make people happy, and people seem to like the blasters I create. Still bar, just better held in. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So I guess we'll cut around here. So I'll get the hacksaw out again, and murder will happen. Yeah, thank you, Shy Guy. That's really sweet of you. I'm gonna see if I can get a booth at Endwar, or at FoamCon, I guess. I have to ask Drac about it. I don't have any beef with him, so I think that'll be good. But I also want to walk around FoamCon and buy some things and talk to some people. I just know if I had a booth, a lot more people could see all my integration stuff, because I can just drive out with a whole bunch of integrations and have things for sale. And show off what I do. I think you have to pay for that. We'll see. I'll look into it more when the time comes. Love my bros. Thank you, man. Alright. So I think we're going to have to cut this bump out, unfortunately, because of the magwell bit there. But other than that, that's lining up really nicely. So let's go up and over. From here to there. Also, Jolt, the pictures that you have in Discord servers of the integration, is that the finalization? Or the what you have so far for the integration? I also realized I put a dent in my flush cutters accidentally. I think it was from cutting that metal bar. Damn it. He told me not to cut metal with it. I'm sorry, Gopher, don't kill me. I didn't mean to. There's just a metal pin in there and it's hard to get out. So I gave up and cut it. Definitely nowhere near done. I've started gluing it, but not all of it. Okay. Let me know if anything changes with that. Oh, I'm just watching the video that you posted. That thing's awesome. It's cool that you got the pusher to finally work. So I think we're going to cut all this out. So we'll just cut there. But now, look, I won't tell Gopher, but he'll find out eventually. He'll kill you. I got the letter. I got the exact same note you did, dude. I know exactly what he's going to do to me. I don't think I'm ready for that. It was on accident. It was an accident, Gopher. I didn't mean to. I'll just keep that a secret between me and you. Me and you guys. Okay, so you're being a big issue, so you need to leave. Get off my modulus. I think a Dremel would be easier, so it's Dremel time. Get excited, everyone. No, it was snips I needed. Flush cutters are fucking amazing. Improved linkage sent. Okay, let me look at it. Oh, okay, so you're going under the bar. Cool, cool. That is really well done. Nice job, Joel. I might make it semi, but at the same time, I'm thinking solenoid. Because I've never messed with a solenoid, and this thing has plenty of room. We will see. We will see. Of course, Joel. Safety third. God, I'm just covered in Centurion guts. Alright, either lower the volume of the stream or take your earbuds out or whatever, because it's Dremel time. All right. How am I going to go about this? Be every? All right, no problem. Two people left, so I think not many people like the Dremel noises. Sorry about that. Hopefully this should sit a lot better. Oh yeah. I think just this plate needs to be cut off because it's in our way. And then we should be good to go. With beginning to put this modulus in here. So how am I going to carve this trigger well out? That's the question. So that's how we're looking so far. Hopefully people are agreeing with this shape. I'm going to cut this off Actually, I'll just do that now to get a better idea. Alright. Hello anyone that's joining in. We're working on a Centurion and Modulus integration. Hopefully we're gonna at least line up the panels in the stream. Still a lot of wiggle room right there. But yeah, that's what we're looking at so far. Hopefully people are agreeing with that, because I like the hell out of that. We're going to be doing the same kind of barrel as this guy. So it should be almost the exact same length, which is going to be nice. Because this is a really nice blaster to hold. It isn't absurdly long. With that, I think I'm going to cut the barrel. All right, trim around here. This is absolutely not finished looking. It's just, I guess, an idea. If I decide to change the way it looks, I always have another Modulus barrel I can sacrifice. The plan is also to drill some holes in here to make it look like a vent from an actual firearm. But that is what we're looking for. So we're looking at something like that, which should be really cool in theory, because I'm in love with this freaking project. So with shaping this into the blaster more, we're getting caught up here, so I'm going to actually cut more of this out. I'm going to cut this section completely off, as we're hitting it a lot more than we should be. This might be a mistake, but it's worth giving it a try. I'll keep the screw post in the box, or in the bag of stuff, if I decide that I absolutely need it. I won't be throwing it away. Right. You're fitting a lot better now. So you very much liked that change. So we're going to carve all this out so this can sit better. And our main area is cutting this off, honestly, and then attaching the Maverick. And then we're going to work on the trigger, which should be a bit of a task and a half, but it should be interesting. So let's start cutting. Using the Maverick for parts other than the grip IC. Yes, I'm trying to use the iron sight off of here, and the grip will probably be used in something eventually. But I like the way that the flat-topped modulus kind of looks in the end. We're looking like amazing up here so far. I just need to figure out more cutting on that. I think I need to remove more of this inside material, but we're pretty straight there and not so much here. I think we have to carve some things out, which shouldn't be an issue. Just have to do a lot of measuring. So we'll continue to cut this out till about, let's see, let's be generous and go to there. So we're going to cut all these ribs out until that point. I love the Maverick script, funny enough. Keep up the awesomeness. Thank you. I will try. The Maverick grip is really comfortable. I need to do more with it. I used it on the Deplorable mod, and I need to do it on a Demolisher launcher integration eventually, where you take the Demolisher's launcher and put it in the cylinder area of the Maverick and just carve all this out, because I love the look of that thing so much. And I saw Builder Bees or Builder BB's one at FoamCon, and it was really nice, and he let me look at it and hold it, which was awesome. Didn't get to play with it though, because I don't think he brought any Demolisher rockets. But I definitely kept that idea in the vault, as I have a ton of the Demolisher launcher bits just hanging around because I've killed a lot of Demolishers. BRB? Alright, no problem. Alright. That's starting to fit a lot better. Let's cut this rail off because it's in our way. Where'd you get those cutters? I might need to pick up a pair of for myself. The yellow flush cutters, they were a gift from Iron Gopher. I remember Vile talking about them and showing them off in a live stream. And Gopher hand makes these, and he, I offered, or I actually asked if I could commission him to make them for me. And he said it would cost around 120 bucks at the time. And then coming Christmas, he just sent them to me, which was a really awesome gift, along with a really nice note attached to it. They are just flush cutters. I'm sure you can find flush cutters online or at a local hardware store. And they're actually really, really cool. And I definitely recommend getting them because they're a really cool tool. Yeah, I'm sure you can find them either on Amazon or a local hardware store. Okay, now we got a tighter space for this. That's looking ultra sweet. So I think what I'm going to do is play off this line of the Modulus logo when we go to cut this off eventually. I got some too. They're amazing. Yep. He sent them to Jolt and I for Christmas presents, and they are fantastic. As for this, I don't know how I'm going to approach this. I think I'll have to cut away a lot of material, which I'm fine with. I'm not shy of cutting away a lot of material. I just feel like I'm going to have to lose this screw port, which I'm fine with because there's a screw port here, 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 and here. And that should be fine to lose. So what we're going to have to do is make an executive decision to either use the Centurion's trigger and just hook up a switch to it to activate the solenoid, or use the Modulus's trigger and just carve around the rev switch. And I think that the Modulus trigger looks hideous, and that the Centurion's trigger looks a lot better. I think what we're going to do is keep this guy and carve out the Modulus. Originally I wanted to keep the Modulus's kind of trigger, but if it's just activating a switch, I don't need it to have the full reach of the pusher. So I am okay with doing that. How are you guys feeling about the Centurion's trigger? Because I think it would complete the look of this guy. Let me roughly assemble it. We're going to have to do the work that we did on that side of the shell to this side, but that's how we're looking for the time being. Minus this guy, I still have to cut that guy off of the modulus. Use the Centurion trigger with linkage to the lever pusher. I might. I don't know if I have the linkage bar anymore. I think I threw that out accidentally. So, I don't plan on keeping this semi. Yeah, it'll look better. Yeah, because the modulus trigger is really disgusting. I could carve it out, like how I did with Hybrid Theory's original trigger, make a carrot trigger, but it was very hard to use because it was every time you pull the trigger it would flex because you're losing so much material. So I think we're just going to use the Centurion's trigger and make it full auto. I think I have a... I know I have a Hyper Fire pusher and I also have a Rapid Strike pusher. I think I have a Turbine pusher as well. Around here somewhere. I don't know if we'll have enough room for this, but I also have a regulator's internals. I don't think it'll fit. It might. But the trigger area is not going to fit. Dang it. I'll have to look and see what I have, because I know the Rapid Strike pusher will fit. Hey, Matt. Glad to see you're back. We're just going over the what trigger to use, and most people agree with the using the Centurion's trigger, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to carve up and around. That should be fine with what we're doing. So let's go from... Where's my marker? From here to here. We'll kind of cut it at an angle so I still get the structure of that. And we'll cut around and down here. Because we're going to try and keep the rev switch, but I can also just cut this and move it. So we shall see. Alright, safety third. Alright. I made sure to leave the screw posts in there in case I decide to use them or need to use them. So we'll need to carve that guy out a bit more. Right. As for this, we're going to cut a notch out of here because it's hitting our screw post. So we'll continue this cut to about here. So with this, it looks like the running track is important for this trigger, so we're going to cut the trigger out around here. So we're going to start at that screw post, go around town, and then we'll go around town here. Alright, I'll cut the rest of this out because I don't want my Dremel wheel nicking anything important that I don't want to be cut. So we don't need the original Centurion's spring return, but I think I'm going to keep it in this case solely because I like very responsive triggers. So we're going to actually carve or just cut this off, and we'll work with the rev trigger on a later date. All right. Now, how is this looking? Oh, yeah. I am all for that. All right, I'm gonna head out. Have a good night, Grim. All right, see you later, Jolt. It was really nice talking to you and be able to chat to you about this. I'll be going on for about 30 more minutes, and then I have to leave, unfortunately. So I will see you later, and you have a good rest of your night, man. So it looks like we're also hitting the shell detail on the trigger well over here. And also the screw post is going to be an issue, but I don't think it's necessary. Oh, it is. Okay. So we're going to cut this again, just more to the bit here. And I don't think we need this one, this screw post, because we're not using the original handle anymore. So we can cut all this that we need. So we're going to line this dude up to about this line and cut to there, and then kind of cut around the screw post there. What would be a good blaster to use a Maverick grip integrated on? Just wondering. So I've heard that Barons, especially Brett, I remember he talked about Barons. Oh, that's a mag release. Okay, so we can't just carve that out. So we'll have to cut this notch out. Good thing I caught that. Or else we'll be fucked. So, I didn't really think about the mag release. I think we can just go with the worker extended one and we can try and make it work. Or just have a friction fit mag. But the Baron has a pretty bad grip and can be fixed, quote unquote, with what's it called? With the Maverick grip. Sorry, I'm trying to do 3 things at once. So it should be a pretty good candidate to use that on. I think I'm going to have to cut that out just a bit. So we're going to line that up. Put a little dot there. Cut that out just a little bit. So this guy can fit in there. Just anything with a bad grip mat would benefit from a Maverick handle, in my opinion. So we're also going to have to cut this out more. So we'll go here. Into that shell detail. Alright, so we're running into a shell detail. This little notch, little cool detail here. So we're going to cut that out and hopefully get this thing all sorted out. Why did I get pinged? What's it for? Oh. Okay. So yeah, we're going to cut this little notch off. And hopefully it'll fit better. It's doing nothing important. Alright. That should be fitting a lot better. Oh yeah. There we go. Before it was jutting out. Looks like we're also going to have to remove this post here because it's blocking our modulus from fitting all the way in. There's also a possibility of me doing some really nice LED work to this because it has the priming indicators. So you might expect that in the future. Alright, so the top is all sorted out for the most part. I'd have to get both blaster sides and compare them. And then this guy just needs to be filed more. Alright, so I think we're also running into the hump here for the the motor, so I think we're going to cut that out, and then we can always cover that back up with an amount of Secret Strike or any manner of cool shells. We did cut into our cage screw port a little bit, but it's still structurally fine, and the motor cage isn't going to be wobbling that much. So we should be perfectly fine. Also, I realize that there's some damage done to this Centurion, so good thing I picked this one. And we might need to do some work on the actual Modulus nameplate bit. Because I think it needs to be trimmed just a hair. I do know Ohio. It's a wonderful state. So, I don't know if that screw post here is important for our blaster here. So I think we're going to just cut it off. Trying to think what that would be, because the pusher went here, but I don't know where these went. Not using a stock pusher, but I don't want to cut anything that I'm not going to damage. I think the trigger ran here and then something ran there as well. I don't know. Well, whatever it is, it's getting cut. Because it's in my way. There we go. Now we're sitting a lot better. Regret cutting that all the way, but it'll be fine. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to see what we can do about this weird situation that we're in here, because I don't want to cover up this entire thing. I might cut it straight down. For starters. Like right here. Where'd my straight edge go? Buried. as that gives us a kind of halting point into the details. I would have done around this, but I feel like this is just going to be easier. I think this needs to be grounded out a bit. Alright, so we'll do the same cuts on this side of the modulus, and the same cuts on this side of the Centurion, and we'll go from there. Just gashed our modulus, but it's fine. It's not much cutting is, I just need to cut this off, this, and this off. Okay. Alright, get rid of this ugly ass rail. Alright, I have to do all the cutting on this side. Which consists of cutting this guy up and off. Then cutting this off. For those of you that expected like really awesome, fast-paced integration working, I'm really sorry, because this is what integration work is like, really slow and tedious. So, sorry about that. This is what I like watching. I miss watching Bobo and Wacom do their integration live streams. Well, I appreciate that, Preston. I wasn't able to watch Bobo's streams, but I have watched Wacom's streams when he was streaming during quarantine. And I'm happy that this at least provides some level of what that used to be. I'm sure it's good shot background noise. Because I know that watching streams for me is really good background noise for doing stuff or doing integration work, because it provides me entertainment while I work on shit. I really wish that I was able to catch a Mr. Nathan stream. I would have loved to sit there and watch him work on stuff, but I always have the stream videos I could rewatch 100 times. It's all really relaxing to watch a slow-paced and quieter live stream. Alright, that's always nice to hear, because I'm not the most entertaining person when it comes to like off-the-cuff kind of stuff. And I'm not the high-energy YouTuber that YouTube wants me to be. So I'm more kind of relaxed and not necessarily like super high energy. Realizing I'm going way too close to this shit. Oh wow, 5 people. I just looked at the viewer count. Oh, I went down before. Oh, that's funny. About to say, that's a lot of people. Still is a lot of people. It's cool to know that just a little bit of people want to watch me watch this, or watch me integrate something. Alright, looks like I got 10 minutes left. So I'm not going to hurry up the pace of cutting this because I don't want to cut myself or make a stupid cut. Just giving a warning or a heads up for people. I know Butts and Blasters have just started live streaming or premiering something. And I don't want to hog viewers from that if they ever want to watch that. Or choose to watch that, I should say. Where did I stop on this guy? I stopped till back here. Okay, cool. Just tuned in. What's the integration? All right, so Hornetico. I've seen you before. I've seen you on Mr. Nathan's channel. But modules to the Centurion stock. Yes, we're going to have a Centurion grip with a modulus as the base, with hopefully a solenoid pusher in it, and we're going to try and make it look interesting enough. Like that, basically. Except a shorter barrel. It's a shame you tuned in now because we're almost going to be ending stream. But yeah, it's awesome to know that you're able to come join here because I've seen you around. What are we hitting that is preventing us from doing cool things? Oh, you. So we're going to cut you out. We're also going to be adding a Mavericks iron sight to the front to kind of complete the look of the modulus. So we're going to cut out here. It's nice that I don't have to cut out all the warning labels on this stupid thing. Ah, that's pretty cool looking. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool looking. I'm going to be, I don't have a paint job in mind yet, as I just thrifted the modulus, and I had the Centurion. So, nothing as far as that has been planned out so far. Don't know what's preventing us from putting these two shells together. Unfortunately, I think what I'll do is I'll cut out the Maverick and kind of center it up. But yeah, this is what we're working with. I think that looks really fucking awesome. Alright, so for this, we're going to just cut here and just cut around the barrel section. I also got the most disgusting Maverick I could find in my bin because I'd rather use a disgusting Maverick than a pristine one. I think that's the entire reason why I bought this Maverick instead of the other Mavericks at Savers. Oh yeah, that's looking great already. Hopefully it'll look great when it's done. That's the goal. I had to cut that off camera because of the way I was cutting it. So what we're going to do is kind of lower this into the modulus. And actually we can just make it so it comes up off of the Centurion into the modulus, so we have a wide gap from a wide to wide to wide. I've had a Maverick explode on me. It's because of the plastic sat in the sun for so long, I assume, but it was as brittle as a cookie. I could pull pieces off of my fingers. Oh my gosh. That poor Maverick. This guy isn't cracking when I squeeze it, so it's enough sound damage to where it's noticeable, but it's not plastic weakening, and that is very unfortunate. That sounds very dangerous. Hope you're okay. Alright, so we're still having closing issues. I don't understand why. What are we pressing up against? Okay, so I think we're still pressing up against this detail here. So I think I'll just have to cut all the way down on both sides. This is getting better and better. Thank you, Matt. I also had a dart tag pistol self-destruct its plunger tube. Also, explode was an exaggeration. So I just wanted to fall apart. That is insane. If you have a picture of it, I'd love to see that. Also, if you're curious why I don't really care as much when I'm cutting the inside of this, is because it's not going to be seen anytime soon, so I'm not really worried about how clean my cuts are on the inside of the modulus, because it's never being seen. Ooh, that's a stress crack. I think the detail here is also being in the way, so I think we're going to have to trim it down. I really wish I had a picture. If I did, it's long gone. It's still pretty interesting that happened with that freaking Maverick. Jesus. Did you pick it up at a thrift store, or did you like find it somewhere else? Come on, go together. There you go. There we go. That's starting to take shape. I'll have to cut that guy out, and then it should fit so much better. Oop. Keep bumping into the freaking camera. Guess we got some more filing to do. There we go. Still needs some trimming as it's trying to fall apart. But we will start on Maverick so we can kind of get an idea of what we want here. So we're going to actually make this straight and level. Right. So we'll do the same marking on this side. I gotta go. See you later, and I hope this project goes well for you. All right, Preston, you have a good rest of your day, night, or evening. Speaking of which, I'm going to probably fit this Maverick rail and then stop streaming for tonight, as I have to wake up early tomorrow. Okay, that's what's hindering us. So we got to cut this out. This little guy is in our way. I'll also go ahead and head out. All right, see you later, Matt. Glad to hear that you had fun. All right. I think what we'll do is just kind of sneak this in here. It was nice to catch one of these streams. I haven't been keeping up as much track of the Nerf scene for a while, so I'm glad to come back and see what everyone is up to. Well, Hernetico, it was really cool finally being able to catch you in a stream, and it's really cool to know that you apparently found my channel somehow. So, appreciate what you said there, and it's really awesome that you're coming back because we need more integration people. Alright, so that is, I think, where I'm going to end stream for now. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night, wherever you are, and hopefully this was at least entertaining, and I will try and do some more work on this later. I'll probably be hot gluing everything, as the fine-tuning of the shell placements I want to do off-stream, because it will be really boring just for me to keep grinding stuff off and doing. So, have a good night, rest of you guys, and I will see you guys later.